Hey you guys, Chairman37X bringing episode 121 of Epic Battle Fantasy V. Last time we... Oh, I'm doing this best actually. We're getting there. Sorry. Last time we took on the dark counterpart for Lance, notably Lancelot. A little more troublesome actually than I was expecting. And as a result, you know, once again I did what I did with Natalia, where I actually did my equipping beforehand to prepare. I'll give an overview of that momentarily. I want to get all of my stuff that I'm actually using upgraded because it's kind of an important fight. This is definitely like on par with Natalia for difficulty. I think I found it a bit less difficult, but really the difficulty is still there. Get some silver plates. We get some amber. I think was another one we needed. Let's see. Based on some of the equips here, you might be able to theorize what kind of build I'm going for. Just need a bunch of gold. Oh wow, okay. Sheesh. Alright, let's do... I think we need like 14-ish. Upgrade all these. These are... Oh, no. No, I'm out of silver again. Right. Okay. Let's just buy some silver. Okay. Let's see, I did a little bit of upgrading off camera just because I wanted to see where exactly I stood before I even got into here. So let's see, we need some nanofibers, and I think that's it for armor at least. So basically I've resorted, truthfully I was actually quite scared going into this encounter. I went ahead and resorted to a very popular, very powerful, very popular strategy in this game, known as defend tanking. Let me see, am I all good here? Let me just check, 5s and 3s. Okay, I think we're good. So, basically, the bread and butter of this build is Lance here. You could theoretically do this on anyone. I usually end up doing it on Lance, because, especially for this fight, because he doesn't have any good elements to deal damage to Annabelle. So basically, I focus on him having defend and items that give defend key statuses. So here, it gives him target. Sorry, it's actually called target tanking. I said defend tanking. I mean, you have to defend to get target. Basically, this gives you target status, which means that all enemies will prioritize attacking that, you know, that character. I also have him get auto revive and morale, basically, to help keep him alive. And I give him Invis. This is going to make him completely immune to all physical attacks every single time he defends, which, you know, I'm planning on doing that every single turn. Basically, the idea is that you focus all of the attacks on one party member who is then basically unable to take damage. As you'd expect from Annabelle, she is largely a physical attacker, just as Anna is. Oh, I just spoiled the name, by the way, but that's fine. we're gonna go ahead and scan it right here. What's wrong with her face? Evil clone should be cuter than that. I'm not sure she understands the concept of an evil clone. Anyway, as I just said, this is Annabelle. She's a demon. You know, she's got that going for her. Dark and wind attacks mostly, which is interesting, and her arrows are poisonous. So, she has a lot of attacks where she just shoots arrows. The arrows themselves are dark element, but they inflict poison, which is interesting. You see, the main tricky thing, well, okay, one of two tricky things about this fight is you cannot inflict her with any notable debuffs. Or status effects, I mean. Bad luck, curse, weaken, tired. I guess bad luck isn't that key. But you can't inflict her with any of that. She's immune to all of it. You can inflict her with burn and poison, but she heals from both of those. They're going to help you for capturing, but that's really it. And then stagger is the only other useful thing you can really inflict her with. You can inflict it with light if you want to do wind setups. Usually, I find wind to be not very reliable of an element to use, so I typically I'm going to focus strictly on holy, just that's also her main weakness. You can also inflict it with wet for ice setups, but again, I feel it's more valuable to focus on holy. And then, of course, I'm wearing an appropriate shirt here. This is the brimstone status. Buff effects are reversed, debuffs are still bad. That's all it does. You know, sounds simple. Basically, this means that you can't buff at all. Anything that gives you buffs, anything, you know, any of your buff moves, anything that gives you buffs passively, like oh, actually, there's one exception to this, I believe. I don't know if this is a bug or not. I just realized, oh, why do I have Mad equipped with the turtle gi? I think the turtle gi actually is an exception to this. I'm actually gonna check this now in an isolated scenario because I want to double check that. But 'cause I don't actually remember if that's the case. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. So that's the really weird thing about this status effect is that the turtle gi is the exception. Wow, I'm actually getting... There's actually a lot happening. Oh my goodness. Am I just gonna roll with this attempt? Yeah, you see, he actually just gets buff-ups from the turtle gi. This piece of armor is overpowered for many reasons. This is definitely one of them. I mean, that's only a thing that's useful in this one exact fight. But it's a huge advantage in this fight. I was gonna explain some of my equips a little bit more, but I mean, I kind of feel inclined to just keep going. So we're actually just gonna kind of impromptu just slide into an actual attempt. So you see, we're gonna defend with Lance, and he's just gonna gain a bunch of stuff. He obviously gets the defense status. He gets invis, target, morale, and auto revive. I mean, the thing is, you know, Annabelle does have some AoE attacks, but one of them, I believe, she does have a wind AoE, which is why I actually have him equipped with the heavy claw to give him heavy status, which is gonna have wind damage. It seems kind of backwards. I think it's interesting, and it also gives defense and HP up, which is, you know, certainly nothing to sneeze at. I'm actually just gonna have Matt attack, I think. Also, you'll notice she's immune to both of her attack debuffs. Magic attack, like I said, she does use, like, a magic attack or two, I think, but it's not that much, honestly. So that's not really a big concern. And see, there you see the power of target tanking. The thing about Annabelle, she also has a lot of multi-hits that target, I believe, automatically redirects all multi-hits to that target as well. So stuff like that, for example, I think that attack would normally hit like a couple party members, but they all went to Lance. Instead, I can decorate my nose with your fleshy blades. I love that she's doing this like cute emote that Anna does, but you know, it's obviously a lot more sinister now. Also, answer the question, yes, you can also play with Annabelle's hair. It's quite nice. So basically, you want to be defending with Lance every single turn. If you ever miss a turn defending as him, the entire point of the build kind of falls apart. We're gonna go ahead and do a 9 lives here, I think. I always forget how crappy the healing on 9 lives is. I should actually maybe equip him with a different weapon to see if I can get some more value out of that. The situation's right here. I think I'm just gonna go for a cleaver and see how it goes. This guy, you know, I'm kind of ignoring him. He got inflicted with weaken in that like huge flurry of random events that happened at the beginning of the fight, which is kind of what I wanted. I basically want to keep him weakened and then just never worry about it. She can summon dragons later on. I think she can even summon Omega dragons. You don't want to deal with that. The zombie Hydra, in my opinion, is by far the least of the evils. Considering a single-headed Hydra is kind of, you know, doesn't really do anyone any good. Except us, of course. Okay. So, that's fine. Surveyed status quo. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a horrible ear screeching sound. I didn't notice why she just attacked twice. I'm not sure why she did that. But that's fine. Okay. Health's a little bit low right now, I would say. Also, general strategy. I've made this mistake once on stream. You do not want your target tank to be your first character. I had once where he was up here and he got berserked, but the thing is, your first character auto attacks. If the first character is berserked or confused or hungry, then they'll just use their turn and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Whereas if he's down here and he gets berserked, I actually have time to think. So, you do not want your target tank on the top row. So, I'm glad I remember that now before, because the zombie Hydra does have that, does have Dragon Flame or Health Flame or whatever it's called that's going to, that can potentially berserk you. Okay, also you see, Matt was alive with 1 HP because of the morale, so he's got the maximum buff stack right now. So we're just gonna kind of roll with that. Obviously, you need to defend, and no, we're just better off rolling with the holy sword here. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna hurt, but I kind of didn't account for that correctly. But oh, that was actually not that bad. Never mind. They just stick together well enough. Just kidding, sir. She's so happy. The evil players really do still have a lot of the personality of the character they're based on. It's just taken it, like, way to the extreme. I'm gonna continue just using Matt's turns to attack. I think that's just the best way to go about this. No legs shouldn't really be in the fight at any given time. I'm just gonna swap them out. Let's... who has the stopwatch? I think Anna has the stopwatch. Yeah. Maybe not the best choice. I probably should have given that to, maybe Nat. I'm just trying... I want to get everyone revived and healed up, but I think that's just not possible. So... I'm just going to do... What is it? Just gonna do a refresh on Matt. Matt's really the one who needs the healing. Lance is fine right now. And don't be confused. You know, some like target sticks around between like after the turn, but don't be confused. This ticks down at the beginning of your next turn. I think I made that mistake once where I was like kind of messing around with it. It doesn't work. It's gonna go away. Satisfact really complicates things. Yeah. I guess she just gets 2 attacks, and I just didn't notice until now. I don't think I'm this cruel, honestly. Honestly, I don't think that was an intended pun, but... Oh, we got Stagger. Okay. Ooh, okay, we actually got the haste as well. That's good. Okay. Let's heal Lance. He's got Evade down. He's got a big stack of poison. But unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot I can do about that right now. Let's bring Nat in and just get her revived so she can start... yeah, whatever. Let's just use this Espresso. Okay, with this far into it, we... Right. Okay. I guarantee I made that same mistake on stream. That sting. That's a familiar sting right there. Oh my god. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, this is going quite all right so far. Okay, so we got a crit 2. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, the poison on Lance kind of needs to go away. Yeah, that attack, that one definitely can hit multiple party members, but they just all go to Lance. This is a really good fight for target tanking. I'll hunt you down and take my trophies. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Yeah, this... I forgot... I think I ended up using this strategy for a few of the Dark players. I think this is the first part in the game where I actually decided to start trying to use it. Because, like, I had heard... People in chat have been telling me how good it was for a while, but I just never really wanted to try... I kind of saw it as a bit of a fallback, you know, if, like, things really aren't going my way. Is there a better way to heal and clear status effects? I don't think so, actually. We're just gonna do this and then encore him, I think, for the target tank, or for the defend. But yeah, I think Natalia and Annabelle were, I think those 2 fights were the ones where I actually started to use target tank, but this is the one where it's really good, in my opinion, because she doesn't have that, she has, like, I'm trying to think, I think she has 1 or 2 true AoEs, but most of her attacks are, like, multi-targets, but target tank is, that's when target tanking shines the most, is against multi-hits like that. I mean, the zombie Hydra has some AoEs, but, okay, so that, I'm still trying to figure out what's happening there. I think her bow whack might be... No. I'm trying to... It almost seems like her bow whack is just removing my invis status. Because it's not a dispel. Because I still have morale. I mean, I'm blessed, actually, so it couldn't have been dispel. So I think... I'm starting to think that bow whack might just be flat out removing... Might just be completely removing my... What am I trying to say? My invis, which is weird. I don't know if that's actually what's happening, or if there's some sort of weird... something weird's going on with that. Because, yeah, it's whenever she does... It seems like it's whenever she does the bow whack. And then she usually follows it up with that tentacle attack. Kind of weird. I should have swapped out no legs. So HP down is kind of annoying, but it's... I don't think it's bad enough that I'm really that concerned about. Basically, you're guaranteed Lance is going to survive every turn. So that time she didn't do the bow whack first. And you can imagine how much damage that could be doing to our whole party if it was actually just wreaking havoc. You know, like full strength attacks. But it's just not really a problem here. Here, I think she's about to get a limit break off. Yeah, okay. I don't know what limit... So I believe every Dark player... Someone left in the comments, I believe they said every Dark player actually has 2 limit breaks. I don't know what her other one is. I'm trying to think of ones that would make sense for her to have. Mother Earth wouldn't make sense. Mighty Oak wouldn't make sense. So I'm not actually sure what to expect here. I kind of want to throw out a full party invis. I'm gonna try that, I think. But I'm not 100%. I can't think of any magic limit breaks she might have. I may very well regret this immediately. I might as well just defend anyway. Okay. Oh, okay, there goes... Yeah, so that is actually an invis remove. That's interesting. That's all that attack does, it seems, is gets rid of his invis. She knows Black Hole, huh? Okay, that's fine. Not a problem at all. That's really funny, actually, that just didn't even... This doesn't even matter because of morale. And even if it did kill Lance, he just would auto-revive, so it doesn't... Okay, okay. We should be able to capture her this turn. She has Stagger. I don't even feel the need to do more damage. With that being said, I do have to Putrid Worm. So... let me think. I think we can do this. I think this will work just fine. Her health is pretty low. Try to consider if I want to just not chance it and wait an extra turn. Yeah, I think we might just wait a turn, actually. Just because, like, her health's pretty low, but she's stacked up with almost nothing right now. I could theoretically throw on a bit of, Okay, so that's a true AoE, as you see, but as you can tell also, it was physical. It was like the one that the Matt uses, but it's just AoE. Or it's not his skill, but it's the one that you usually give him. Tempest here. There's just that, but it's cast on everyone. Okay, so our target tank has Doom, but I think that's okay. So here's what I want to do. I'd like to get good luck on no legs. Let's do that. I'd like to either poison or burn. I'm not actually sure which is preferable. Actually, if we bring in Anna, I think we can do Fire Spin, and that might debuff her defense a bit. No, okay. But that's fine. We'll do that. I guess I should have done Stagger, actually. I think this is gonna be fine. Let's see. Okay, another close call. Alright. That was Annabelle. Wow, that was actually the easiest one. See, it really goes to show you how far preparation can go. Like, if you did a target tank build against every Dark player, I probably could have been done with all of them in under 20 minutes. But, you know, one, truthfully, I forgot about it. But two, I think it's interesting to show off some other strategies besides target tank. And to be fair, moving forward, I'm going to be using target tank a lot. Because in some of the later content, it's going to be very helpful, without saying too much else. Anyway, this is the Annabelle summon. It's pretty much what you'd expect. It's actually the attack that she just used on us. Physical, wind attack, high crit. AoE, it's just Tempest on everyone. We still gotta kill this dragon. Or, sorry, this Hydra. but can't say I'm too concerned about that. Alright, Matt, what are your buffs at? Feels so light and free. I wonder why he only just said that. He also does have the light status, so maybe that's why. Okay, I could have set that up a little bit better, but oh well. Let's just kind of pelt him at this point. We can fire, right? Hey, you know what? For old time's sake, let's just target tanks more. It doesn't matter too much. The zombie Hydra does, of course, have some single target attacks, but he hasn't really been using them too much. Also, thankfully, he did not resort to his berserk attack, which can, you know, it's just unfortunate because you have to take a turn to cure the berserk, so it's just a bit of a hassle, really. I guess we might as well just capture this guy at this point. Why not? Come on home, buddy. Maybe. Absolute asshole. Look at that. He got instant death. Doesn't even matter. He's still fine. Still says he has brimstone for some reason. Alright. You had your chance. You had your chance to come along. Okay. A couple candies. I gotta check when that... If anyone knows when the Halloween event ends, feel free to let me know in the comments. I want to make sure I don't miss the quest, but there's going to be good opportunities to get some more candies without me going out of my way coming up, so... she feels sick to know that they suffer so much. She's so sad. Wild monsters don't feel fear or pain. Are you sure? I'm always sure about everything. Not sure I should trust Lance. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty typical Lance thing to say. And then, of course, from this you get the magic defense. I don't think Anna's particularly known for magic defense, but it kind of is the only one that made sense to give at that point. So yeah, just 30 to magic defense, pretty standard. You see this portal is now active, so we will be taking a look at what lies beyond that next time. I'm very happy with how the Annabelle fight went there. Oh, before I forget, yes, almost. I do, as always, I want to show off the summon we just got. See, it's not the most expensive, but second most, looks like. Yeah, I mean, they're all roughly the same cost. The Natalia one, actually, I was expecting to be more expensive compared to the other ones, just considering it's an AoE holy attack. But I guess AoE physical wind attack is also not really something you see in this game. So it's kind of interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and use it. Go ahead and bring Annabelle out to play. And deal with the demon. Oh my god. Eventually I'll come for you again. I just love the faces she makes. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that Annabelle, but you know. Maybe. I'll take what you've said into consideration. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to our twitch.tv channel. Currently streaming Dicey Dungeons, and I think by now we should be switching to modded Terraria with my buddy Sacred pretty soon. I typically stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. EST. Fridays typically are the co-op streams. Dicey will eventually be replaced with some upcoming releases, such as, of course, Epic Battle Fantasy V 2.0. We've gotten a bit more news on that. The beta, I think Matt said he suspects this is going to be a Patreon beta, probably mid-November, and the public Steam beta will be out late November, he said. And the full release of 2.0 will probably be sometime after Christmas, actually. So I don't plan on doing any videos until, on it specifically until the full release. But I will be doing a bit of streaming during the beta to show off the new areas. I plan on stream, I'm going to do a full playthrough with pretty much all of the challenges enabled, all the custom quest options that I think are going to be interesting, maybe even some cheats. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make the run interesting. And I think I may do a follow-up YouTube playthrough at some point as well. I'm going to upload Twitch highlights of the major accomplishments in the challenge run, because that's going to be, I'm basically going to be playing the game the hardest way you possibly can. So it's going to be very interesting. So I'm going to do some highlights of that, I think. And then later on down the line, maybe in a handful of months, you know, after I have time to play maybe something else on the channel for a little bit, maybe Bumbo, Legend of Bumbo. I will start up another YouTube run. Hopefully it won't take me like 130-ish episodes like this one's going to, but we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Also check the Discord to keep up to date with all that stuff, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.